Hi everyone, and as promised, I said I was going to make a video on how to use the whiteboard feature in Flipgrid. So you can see I'm in Jess Lakowski's science classes, which if you created a login with Google, if you just click the link that I shared in Google Classroom last week, it will bring you here. And if you scroll down to topics, you'll see there's a new topic, the one I showed you in our Zoom meeting today, called Parts of a Cell. That's the project that you guys are doing this week. So you'll see the directions. So it tells you for your final project, you will be creating a 90-second video explaining one structure or part of a cell, and you can choose from nucleus, cell membrane, cell wall, chloroplast, or mitochondria. I said to please include a visual, and then for an extra challenge, I want to see you compare it to something from the real world. And I'm including a picture of a sample project from a few years ago. Now you don't need to make an illustration of the comparison. I happen to have these old projects that we did, but if you want to, you could draw something on blank paper, take a picture of it, and then insert that into your whiteboard. So I'm not going to replay my video that I already made. Instead, what I want to do is I'm going to add a new response because I want to show you the whiteboard feature. So here I am. If I wanted to, I could sit here for 90 minutes and talk about the parts of a cell, but that might be kind of boring. Instead, I'm going to show you how to use the whiteboard feature. So here's the whiteboard. I'm going to click on it. And now I have a blank canvas. I have a blank start to my project. The first thing you're going to want to do is create a title. So I'm going to insert a text box up here. Maybe it's going to make me have it in the middle. And again, notice I'm not perfect at using this either because I'm still getting to know this program. I'm going to choose cell membrane because that's what I did in my first video. And now I have a title that can go across my whiteboard. And again, when I watch your video, all I'm going to see is what's on your whiteboard. I'm not going to see your face in the video. And if you guys feel uncomfortable, we can have a conversation about maybe I'm just the one that views your videos and no one else does. So remember in the project it says I have to be able to explain what a cell membrane does. So I'm going to create another text box. And the cell membrane is a structure that surrounds the cell. Oops. And we're running off the page. Let me see if I can move this. And see, I'm still getting to know this program too. Let's see if I can make this and stretch it. So the writing is a little smaller. And let's see if it's going to let me continue typing. So again, I'm just playing around with the text box. And I'm also figuring out how to use this as I go. So if you mess up, that's okay. We're just trying it for the first time. So it's a structure that surrounds the cell and only allows certain things in, and I'm noticing that I need to click on my text box and either make it bigger, or I might have to make the writing a little smaller. Let's see what happens if I press enter. In and certain things out of the cell. Okay, and then I can click off of it and I can play around with the size. Okay, but remember I also said I needed to have a visual. And if you want to, like I said, you could take blank paper and draw something out and take a picture of it. Or if you don't really like the idea of that, maybe you just find something in Google and you save it on your Chromebook and then you insert it. So I happen to have an image of a cell that's already saved on my computer. in Google Drive, which is where you can save your picture. And I know that I have some pictures already in here. Now, it wouldn't make any sense to have a picture of my son because he's not a cell membrane, but I had a picture of an animal cell and it showed a cell membrane. And then you can use features on here like there's a drawing pen. You might want to circle. So I circled cell membrane. I could even highlight that arrow, maybe make it into an arrow if I wanted to. You could add some other stickers if you'd like. Okay, so you can be as creative as you want to be with this. Maybe we include a microscope. Maybe, I don't think they have a cell. Let's see. Do they have anything that has to do with a cell? No. But I know they have a microscope. So maybe I just want to add a microscope. And I think those might be in a different spot because they have things like people. So maybe I want to include a picture of a scientist, which is what I ended up doing last time. So maybe you want to find a picture of a scientist and include a scientist in here. So maybe I want to include a scientist off to the side. So you can have as much fun as you want with this. I would include your name somewhere. So maybe insert a text box with your name somewhere. And again, I'm not going to leave this here going across. I'm just making a text box and then I can move it and make it smaller. But again, you can play around with this, okay?